Yes, Clark and I were out. Oh my God. No, was it you and I?
Sunday night, cloudy, Saturday.
Well, it was one night. It was either you and me or it was me and Clark. Because I saw it. They were in linemen. Was it you?
Yeah, we saw it that night.
Yeah.
The two stars.
Right.
And the crescent moon.
Right.
But Sunday night, the moon and the planets were right all together.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, the moon was just a thick crescent, but it was between the two planets.
Right. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, so I'll forward you letters to you then. Oh, okay, good night. Sounds good. Thank you, ma'am. Yep, bye-bye.
Hi.
Hey, folks, can I help you?
I surely hope so. I was hoping to speak with a reporter. I looked online. It looks like Megan Robinson is your community reporter.
Yes.
I have a serious environmental hazard occurring on my property here in Augusta, and
Okay, well, I'll let you
thank you.
save that.
Thank
so
you.
You don't have to repeat it 12
Thank you.
times, but I'll get the folks here and hopefully someone can help you out.
Thank you.
All right.
Should I follow you, sir?
That's fine.
Okay.
Years ago, I went into the press room where they actually print the papers.
Mm-hmm.
Massive machines. Just on a tour, I think it was. But then I needed some newsprint to do some projects with. And back in, I said, hey, I need a bolt end or a roll end.
Okay, buddy.
I need some newsprint. And they gave me a.
You folks, Betty's going to speak with you and she can help you out.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on up.
Thank you.
Sit down.
Okay.
I'm Betty. I'm one of the reporters.
Yes.
You might know her.
I saw your name online. Thank you very much, Betty.
Yeah.
My name is Gina Turcott.
Okay, Gina.
I'm his support.
His name is Tim Cason,
Okay.
friend.
Okay. And
I live at 239 Cony Street.
in Augusta.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is the reason I'm here today. There is a serious environmental hazard occurring on the property, which I have taken extensive steps to get remedied, and I'm not getting any help. I'll show you the pictures.
What extensive hazards? Oh,
Oil leak.
that's oil tank.
That's
In the basement.
yes.
Okay.
That's. I've reported to on October 3rd. I reported to EPA. I reported to
Who
DEP.
owns the house that it's
Royce Watson. He is a licensed designated broker with the Real Estate Commission in the city of Augusta. He owns 13 properties in Augusta.
Do you live there?
Yes.
Okay, that's the issue. The
Yes.
issue. Okay.
I live there. I reported this
Yep.
hazard to him on the 28th. As you can see, this picture was dated September 28th. This was reported to him within 2 hours of this picture
Okay.
being taken. Within 48 hours of this picture being taken, I was served with an eviction notice.
Uh-huh.
I have been fighting eviction ever since. I just got served with a writ of possession this morning by Sheriff Harry McKinney as a result of this incident.
Yep.
I went to the city council last week. I spoke to the city council's meeting Thursday night about this issue. I've also gone to the fire department. The fire department had to respond in April because of water flooding. That's a water line in my building.
My question is, have you been to court?
Yes, and
Have you
I.
objected?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and what happened?
The judge overruled me and offered and issued a writ of possession.
You lost in court.
Yes, I did. This is a letter from Code Enforcement dated December 9th, 2011, citing 4 plus 5, including the oil leak. Royce Watson has still not repaired the oil leak. nor has he repaired the broken kitchen window, which I have a picture of right here.
Okay. But you're still living there?
Only for the next 48 hours, because I was just served with a writ of possession this morning.
But you lost in court? and
Correct.
You took this stuff to court?
Yes.
And the judge looked at it? Some of it. Some of it.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah.
But if we look at the statutes, the statute 6001, available remedy, residential landlords and tenants, presumption of retaliation. In an action of forcible entry and detainer, there is a rebuttable presumption of retaliation that the action was commenced in retaliation against the tenant if within 6 months prior to the commencement of the action, the tenant has complained as an individual, A.
But the judge ruled against you?
Correct.
It doesn't matter what the
Correct.
statute said.
Correct.
The judge decided that
Correct.
whatever happened.
But the bottom
judge
line,
ruled
but the
in
bottom
favor
line
of
is,
Mr. Royce.
correct. My eviction is, the eviction is,
Who represented you?
I did.
Okay, see, it's always,
Well,
you get an attorney,
I-
you're so much better off.
No, that's not necessarily true, Ms. Adams. I spoke with Pine Tree Legal on a number of occasions. They looked at my defense and they said, 2 thumbs up, you're good to go, nothing we can do to
They
help
would go
you.
with you.
They would if I wanted them to, but they looked at my paperwork, they looked at my defense, they said, that's all we are going to do for you also. There's nothing else we can do to help you.
What is it you want us to do?
I want to expose the oil leak that's still occurring in my basement. I just took pictures the other day of this oil leak. I have asked the City Council, 223, I've asked the City Council for 223 for a safety and health inspection of my building, which I still have not gotten.
You went to city council when?
Thursday night,
Okay.
this
So
past
you went
Thursday
there,
night.
you went to public comment. and said,
Correct.
want
I
this," and
spoke
what
for
did they say?
38 minutes. They didn't say anything. They were in listening mode. They haven't responded yet.
Okay. I don't know what, we're unlikely to do this because you've been to court, because you've been evicted. We are unlikely. Is there a baby involved? Is there an infant?
My
living there?
granddaughter cannot come and visit me because of this oil leak.
Okay. But she's not living there.
No,
Okay.
but I was
They can't
babysitting. I
evict
was
you.
babysitting her in early September before I discovered this oil leak. She was being babysat. I have videos, 3 different occasions in September that I was babysitting her. As
How
this
old
oil
is
leak was, she was less than a year at that moment. She just turned a year old in February. I cannot babysit her now because of this oil leak. Look at the date, 2/23.
2/23 of this year.
This
Right.
was this last week. This was 5 days ago.
And you don't want to leave? I mean, I would be running.
I appreciate why you asked that, Ms. Adams, and please let me explain very, very briefly. Royce Watson has a lawful statutory obligation as well as a common law humanitarian civil obligation to replace this oil tank, not just for me because I'm a tenant, but because the neighbors. If you look at
There are
these,
other tenants in the building.
there were 2 other. One, the second one just moved out February 10th because of this oil leak. Because of this oil leak. And there are
Does he
neighbors.
have a security deposit?
He has a security of mine, yes. That's not even an issue. The issue is getting him exposed in the public. He is a real estate agent in the city of Augusta. He personally owns 13 properties in the city of Augusta alone, not to include the properties he brokers and manages for other people. He is a landlord. He has a propensity for retaliatory evictions. The neighbor that just moved out of my building on the 10th of February told me this. On September 28th, when I discovered this oil leak, he said, I'm not going to help you because Royce has retaliated and evicted people before for complaining, and I can't afford to lose my home. 48 hours later, I was served with an eviction notice. And now I'm facing a writ of possession.
Right.
He also owns the house on Drew Street that just burned recently.
The house on Drew Street that just burned a month ago, 23 Drew Street,
Is Drew over, wait a minute, which one is Drew?
off of
Right,
Western
Cony?
Avenue, above Pizza Hut.
Oh,
SWAT
yeah,
team,
yeah,
a
yep,
SWAT team
yep,
had to
yep,
respond
I
last
remember
year.
that one.
That's also Royce Watson's
Yep.
property.
Okay.
I
What's
need him
your
exposed.
phone number? I'm not going to guarantee anything. You lost in court. You had a chance in
That's
court, but
that's
you had an
irrelevant. That's
opportunity.
irrelevant. My losing in court is irrelevant to the hazardous
But you brought
active
these to
oil
court.
leak. Doesn't matter what the judge said, Ms. Adams. I apologize for being a bit hostile, but it doesn't matter what the judge said. The fact of the matter is there is a oil leak occurring on my property that is endangering
Not your property.
my rented property. I have a lawful right to be there, regardless of.
anymore.
No, that's not true. I can still stay the writ, which is where I'm going now.
So you're going to stay for it. Okay.
I'm going to try to stay the writ.
How do I get a hold of you later?
My phone number is 417-0591. Let me just check that.
Sure.
But this is not...
4170591.
Yeah, let me just check that. Yeah, 417-0591.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, I
This
will
is
look
not-
into it, but I don't
This is not
guarantee
about my
anything.
eviction. This is not about my eviction.
Unfortunately, because of the
Please
position you're
don't-
in, it looks like that.
But don't interpret it that way. It cannot be interpreted that way, and that's
But
why
I
I'm not...
can.
But you need to not interpret it that way. This is what needs to be interpreted. This letter from the Code Enforcement Office, December 9th, they appeared on October 26th. They
Right.
discovered the oil leak themselves on October 26th. They have allowed it to continue. This letter was dated December 9th, 2 days after. They have allowed it to continue. This is not about my eviction, Ms. Adams. This is about an oil leak.
The fear is that
If I'm forced out, he's going to move 2 more people into the
he's just
building.
going to move more people in and not do anything.
He's not going to do anything to it. He's not going to. He's trying not to.
I will check with the code enforcement officer. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm sure whatever, if we do anything, it's certainly not going to be within the next 48 hours.
With all due respect, Ms. Adams, if I don't get response from the KJ, I'm going to go to a TV station at the City House. I'm going to pull a reporter off the side, and I'm going to tell them that I came here and I got no help,
Okay, you are
and that
free
I'm
to
not
go
getting any help
anywhere
from
you
any
like.
city agent, that I'm being railroaded, that I'm being interfered with, that my civil rights are being violated, that I'm being forced to live in a hazardous condition because nobody is intervening on my behalf and that neighborhood's behalf. There's an oil leak in the neighborhood and nobody is doing anything about it, Ms. Adams.
Is there a safe place for you to go?
No.
Where there's no oil? You have no place to go, is what you're telling me.
I don't. I can go stay with him, but he's down in Bodenham. I don't have transportation. My mother doesn't have a place for me. My daughter doesn't have a place for me. I don't have a place to go.
Have you gone to the city welfare office? Have you
They
tried
laugh
the
at me.
Augusta Housing Authority?
Oh,
They won't give you
They
anything.
laugh at me.
I know that the list is
I'm a
really
capable,
long.
I'm a able-bodied, capable, willing adult.
Yep.
I have looked for work and looked for work and looked for work. I can't find work. They aren't going to help me.
It's very hard to find.
Yes, it is. And these kind of people, the Royce Watsons and the David McCullums of the world, David McCullum is his attorney.
I know him.
He is a scumbag.
Um,
Okay, I have a complaint right here. I will be going to district court right now. I'm filing a complaint against Royce Watson for unconscionability and implied warranty of habitability. I'm also filing a complaint against Mr. McCullum and Mr. Watson for conspiracy against my rights, as well as criminal liability, criminal conspiracy, reckless conduct, aggravated theft by deception. I'm filing all of
You're
this.
doing all these pro se.
Yes, I am, ma'am.
That's a lot of work. And you
I
have
used to
pay
work...
file these.
Excuse me?
You have to pay to file.
No, I don't. I can form in for papyrus.
Oh, okay. And how have you been paying the rent?
Since Royce Watson served me with that first eviction notice on September 28th, September 30th, he served me. I was current on my rent on September 30th. He served me for a no-cause at-will lease. When he served me with that first eviction notice, which I have in the stack,
You haven't paid rent since September 30th.
correct, because the notice said receipt of monies does not invalidate the notice. So he was going to force me out no matter if I paid or not.
Yeah.
It made no sense to me to give him money when he was just going to kick me out anyway.
And how long have you lived there?
Since January of 2010,
Okay. And where'd you live before?
with my mother in a cottage in her backyard that had
In
no...
Augusta or?
No, Somerville.
At Somerville.
Yeah, I was there for 10 months.
Okay.
I had no running water.
All right. I will look into it. Not today. I spent the morning in court. But again, I don't guarantee anything. If you think you're going to get a faster response from another reporter at the TV station, go there.
I
Because
really don't know.
Don't guarantee we're going to do.
At this point, Ms.
anything.
Adams, I'm just trying to cross all my T's and dot all my
Okay.
I's
All right, I
because
appreciate you coming
I'm
in.
getting no responses from anybody. Nothing.
No,
Nobody's helping me.
I would, I hope. Pardon me?
Pine Tree they haven't tried.
Pine Tree Legal. You know the statute in Maine? Okay. For a person, a tenant who is at will.
Right.
You understand what at will means?
No
Okay.
lease.
Correct. For an at will tenant who is taken to eviction court, when an allegation of back rent is made, regardless of the reason for the back rent, when an allegation is made, when a judgment is procured against the tenant, the only way the tenant can appeal is if the tenant tenders the full amount of the alleged back rent.
Or you've kept it in escrow and then you're able to do that. Yes, I understand.
Even
And
though,
you didn't do that.
even though the arrearage is a direct result of the breach of the warranty of habitability, okay?
Doesn't matter.
A tenant is screwed.
Yeah, I know. That's the way the law read.
Well, it's not going to be for very much longer because I'm going to change it.
And what were you paying in rent?
I was paying $525 a month plus $75 to take care of back rent. He was getting $600 every month out of me.
But how? You had no money, no job.
I have to receive a disability right now because I can't find a job. So I have a total income of $795 a month. Actually, back then it was $768. Of that $768, he was receiving $600.
Yep, way too high.
He was getting $600, which was $525 for the rent, and I was paying him $75 for money that I had to borrow from him because I had to buy a car so I could go to the job that I did get. So I borrowed rent money to buy a car so I could continue to go to my job, made arrangements with him to pay extra rent, which I did. I paid my $525 plus my $75 a month. He got $600 a month from me every month for 6 months until he evicted me.
January of 10, so you, okay, so you borrowed the money.
I borrowed the money in
Before you left.
October of 2010.
Okay, all right, that's,
I borrowed the money in October of 2010.
again, it's a complicated issue.
And it's going to pop. It's a blackhead. It's a big pimple, and it's going to pop. And I'm looking for someone to take the story. And I've seen many of your stories, Ms. Adams, and I really need help. The city needs help. Royce Watson is a menace. He is a menace.
Again, I can't write a story that says Royce Watson is a menace.
I know you
I
can't.
can write a story.
I can write
on
an
some
editorial,
facts. You can write a letter to the editor, but we won't run one that libels
I know, I know.
unfortunately for you.
But pictures, what about photographs? You've seen the photographs.
And
You've seen
so
the dates.
did the judge.
So what?
And part of the problem is you are under an eviction order. You haven't paid rent since September. So, I mean,
And
it
this
all adds up.
excuses his behavior?
It's a retaliatory.
How is that
The
relevant?
city, I can check to see if the city is looking into him, not on your behalf. I can check to see if the city is checking into whether the code violations were fixed. That's all I can do. And you won't be living there then.
This is disgusting. I'm absolutely disgusted.
I'm sorry, but that's
I am
unfortunately
absolutely
the way it works.
disgusted.
If I can do anything else, I will call you. I have your phone number, all right? And in the meantime, you're headed to district court.
Yep.
Okay. They close at 4.
We know that.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Do it again.
What the fuck is it going to take? What's it going to take? What is it going to fucking take? It's insane, Tim.
It is. Now, that's the way the law is. The law needs to be changed. It's wrong.
The judge said, fuck the judge.
Judge is human just like we are.
Oh, God.
He obviously didn't look at everything because he wouldn't rule the way he did. Unless he's ignoring us like that.
Amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. I am stunned. I am so stunned. There's got to be somebody who's got a vagina tough enough to expose this fucking story. So apparently everybody's growing a set of balls.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Well, they have nothing at all.
Yeah.